Sports is a big part of American society and has been for many decades now. Individual athletes is what make each sport more intriguing to the average viewer. We have seen some great moments in the world of sports that captured everyone's eyes over this past decade. We also seen great comebacks and the will to win by these great athletes. We have seen record-breaking contracts signed by these stars to compensate for their great work. As the decades come to a close, I will be ranking my top 10 athlete of this decade. Now, the criteria to be on this list is as follows: dominance, influence, and championships won. Now, before I start ranking my list, let me mention notable nominees of guys that could have made this list but came just a little bit short. Kevin Durant, Aaron Rodgers, Julio Jones, and Roger Federer. Those four athletes right here had a great decade. However, they just fell a little bit short of making my list, so I have to shout out these guys. Now, let's get to the juicy part. At number 10, I gotta go with the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. Mayweather has had an impressive resume, especially in the early part of this decade, with impressive wins over Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, and a young Canelo Alvarez. The super fight with Manny Pacquiao was nothing but a slow prom dance in which Mayweather won prom king. However, with wins over guys like Berto and MMA fighter McGregor leaves more to be desired for me as a boxing fan. Mayweather is Forbes' highest paid athlete of the decade, so it's only fair to have Money Mayweather making it rain in my top 10. Now, before I move on to my number 9, let me mention Floyd Mayweather is my second highest rated boxer on this list. At number 9, I gotta go with Novak Djokovic. After defeating the great Roger Federer in the classic Wimbledon final, it pretty much tipped the balance for me. Since 2010, the Joker has won 15 majors, the most by any men's tennis player. He also had a combined 42-25 record over Federer and Nadal. And you know what makes this more impressive? The fact that Federer and Nadal are two of the greatest tennis players who ever lived. I gotta get Novak Djokovic number 9 spot. At number 8, I gotta go with the one and only Steph Curry. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Curry has changed the game of basketball as we know it. Curry's range from the three-point line has completely eliminated the traditional center position out of the league. Curry was the NBA's first unanimous MVP. If you're a big fella and don't know how to shoot threes, you may be out the league, ladies and gentlemen. You have to adapt. Curry has won 3 rings with the Golden State Warriors. Also led a 73-win team. You see, I'm watching the NBA this year, guys. And you know what? This NBA season was hyped up to be the best it ever was with the dynamic duels around the league. But unfortunately, it hasn't lived up to the expectation, at least in my personal opinion. And part of the reason why the NBA is not so fun to me this year has to do with Curry being out of the league. However, no finals MVP is why Chef Curry is stuck in the kitchen at this number 8 spot for me. At number 7, I gotta go with the one and only Manny Pacquiao. Although the early 2010s was a little bit out of Pacquiao's prime, Manny has had impressive wins over Antonio Margarito, Sugar Shane Mosley, Joshua Clottey, etc. Pacquiao also became the first ever 8th division champion in 2010, which is quite the accomplishment. Manny did suffer some unexpected defeats to Marquez, Timothy Bradley, which was a robbery, Mayweather, and Jeff Horn. However, I am hesitant to punish Manny because he chose to take more chances and wasn't afraid to have an L on his record. I'd rather fighters take chances rather than be concerned with an undefeated record, and that's why Manny Pacquiao is my highest rated boxer on this list. Manny has resurrected since them defeats, by the way, by defeating Lucas Matisse via TKO in the 7th round. And then also, at the age of 40, he is still going on strong with a recent defeat of welterweight champion Keith one-time Thurman. At number 6, when in doubt, call 1-800-MIKE TROUT. That's my motto for this man. Mike Trout may go down in history as the best player who ever lived. Trout has racked up 251 doubles, 46 triples, 285 homers, and I'm getting tired now, so let me stop here. In 2019, Mike Trout got paid a record-setting 12-year, $430 million contract. Unfortunately, Mike Trout played for the lackluster Angels franchise and has no championships to show for his great status. And this is why he is stuck at the number 6 position for me, but he has to be at that spot. At number 5, I gotta go with Simone Biles. She captured the championship gold medals 2 years after entering the scene in 2011. She led the U.S. team gold to a 2016 Summer Olympics. She also won 7 more individual golds at the 2018 and 2019 World Championships. Simone's dominance gets her this spot at number 5. At number 4, I gotta go with Usain Bolt. Known as the fastest man on the planet, he became the only runner to win gold medals in both the 100 and 200 meters in 3 consecutive Olympics. Also, add 11 gold medals at the World Championships to that resume. It's almost time to see this brother Usain Bolt race against cheaters now. At number 3, I gotta go with Serena Williams. Listen, I can argue that Serena Williams is the most dominant women's player in sports. However, this is a decade ranking, so let's look at this as a decade ranking and look at the accomplishments this decade. Serena held 13 Grand Slam trophies at the start of the 2010s. Serena also won 10 Grand Slam singles over the next 8 years, all over the age of 30. Note to mention, she won a Grand Slam while having a baby in her stomach. Serena Williams is the only female in this decade's 40 highest paid athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the influence of Serena Williams off and on the court and her dominance gives her this number 3 spot for me on the top 10 list. At number 2, I have to go with the one and only LeBron James. LeBron James took control over the Eastern Conference. The decision to go to Miami in 2010.
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
This decision forever changed the NBA as we know it, as player movement became a huge part of the NBA. Guys are now leaving their franchises to go play elsewhere. LeBron also had 8 straight finals appearances, won 3 finals MVP, and probably should have won 4 despite his Cavs falling to the Warriors in 2015. LeBron James was the best player on that court that year, especially in that finals. LeBron made history by delivering Cleveland a championship, ending his 52-year drought. The block on Iguodala in crunch time remains a signature highlight. LeBron James is number 2 for me. At number 1, I have to go with the GOAT, Tom Brady. How can I not? Despite the loss to the Giants in Super Bowl in 2010, the Patriots have not played on wildcard weekend since. Now this year will break that trend. Brady has won an NFL MVP in 2010 and 2017. Brady led the Patriots to 5 Super Bowl appearances and 3 Super Bowl titles, throwing for 300 plus yards on the Legion of Boom, which became the Legion of Doom defense in the Super Bowl with a Super Bowl win. He also led the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history as the Patriots trailed 28-3 against the Falcons and came back to win that game in overtime. Tom Brady also broke the passing record in the Super Bowl, throwing for 505 yards in a loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Tom Brady also won the Super Bowl last year against the Rams. Tom Brady's dominance, ladies and gentlemen, spans 2 decades. Tom Brady is number 1 for me. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. My top 10 athletes of the decade. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with a sports fan that knows a sports fan that want to know a sports fan. And until next time.